Now, our third or the last speaker of this section is Toastmaster Ritu. Toastmaster Ritu is in her level 4 project 1, and the title of, on her and her pathways is Motivational Strategies. She is Area 4 Program Quality Director, member of Shangri-La Toastmasters Club, club mentor, and HR professional with 8 years experience in national and international organizations. Now, she's the founder of an HR consulting firm, the HR Vintage, since last year. And talking about the theme, she says that she's watched a lot of cartoons, and her regular ones were Tom and Jerry, Detrix Laboratory, Scooby-Doo, the Powerpuff Girls. All these cartoons taught her that her imagination or our imagination had no limits, mysteries, even though puzzling can be fulfilling when solving. And the last but not the least, girls can fight back and save the world too. To talk about her speech objective, I would like to invite Toastmaster Dilip to highlight on her speech.
Thank you, Toastmaster Series. Toastmaster Ritu is in level 4, project 1. The objective of her project is to motivate others by completing a project. All the best, Toastmaster Ritu, and over to you, Toastmaster Series.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dilip. Now the floor is to our Powerpuff Girl Toastmaster Ritu. Over to you.
Quiet, shy, soft-spoken, smiles politely. Could she possibly speak up in a group? Could she possibly lead a team? These were the thoughts of anybody who met her for the first time. Did you have those thoughts about me as well? Don't worry, I won't judge you for your thoughts, because even I thought that way about myself until I didn't. Good evening, presiding officer, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I was never the class captain, club president, nor willingly led any kind of group assignments during my college and my school days. But life had other plans for me, because I was immediately pushed into situations at work where I had to prove myself and my worth. My first supervisory assignment consisted of leading a managing group of people, where 2 people were senior to me and 1 being 10 years senior. No business school prepares you for this, and being the youngest child in the family didn't either. With some ups and downs, surely I've been leading teams for the past 6 years now, and I learned everything on the job. With every team, it feels different but fulfilling at the same time. Every team member brings their own set of history, expertise, and expectations. So how do you manage all of that and motivate them to achieve the goals that you have set for them, especially when it's a voluntary role and money isn't involved? Being the chartered VPPR of North Vancouver Toastmasters Club last year was an unusual leadership experience that I've had so far in my life. My main motive of becoming the VPPR was to expand my network by representing my club externally. And also I had to manage a social media page professionally for the very first time. Creating a brand out of scratch sounded like a challenge, and as usual, I was up for it. But there are so many activities that a new club needs to do to fulfill its PR objectives. So I was always on the hunt to find my team of associate VPPRs from the day one. But unlike the club officers, they do not receive external recognition like a certificate from the District 41 director. So why would anyone want to work with me to fulfill the PR objectives of the club? Then I realized that taking up the VPPR role was 1% of the work done, and 99% of the work revolved around answering these 3 questions from my team. Why should I work with you? Without a certificate or monthly paycheck, the only way I could motivate them was to align their interest with the project objectives. And in this case was learning new skills to design attractive flyers, videos, social media engagement posts, or even to build new connections with people. I also tried some extra coaxing strategy by telling them that they would receive an advantage to become the VPPR next term if they performed well as associates. Not everyone I approached accepted to become the associate VPPR because their interest aligned with what I offered. Not taking these rejections personally, I restarted the process with other members in the club and finally managed to land 3 associate VPPRs for the entire year. So what do I receive in the short run? Even a simple compliment, appreciation, shout out, or credit given to the work that they have done goes miles to boost their confidence and motivation. I also made sure that I took their ideas, votes, and feedbacks on all of the PR projects that we are planning to get their ownership and visibility in upcoming projects. Why should I follow the rules? Everybody wonders why they do what they do. And in this case, we had to follow the Toastmasters brand guidelines. And to motivate them to use these guidelines, I made sure to submit at least one of their flyers that they have designed to the District 41 bi-monthly flyer designing competition to value the contribution of time and effort that they have put in every alternate week. All in all, even after answering these 3 questions, life was not a bed full of roses. Definitely there was conflict and disappointment, and that's exactly how we learned to work well with each other the next time around. And in the end, we managed to create 770 followers across 4 social media platforms that we regularly updated. Social media was one of the main top ways we got new leads for our club and converted them into new club members. But more than the numbers, it was those little moments where you see your team members grow into a different person, like when they start to create better flyers, videos, and social media engagement posts than you, or when with a little push, they become appointed the area PR manager instead of the VPPR for the term. These are truly the moments that push me to lead one more team, one more time. Over to you, Toastmaster of the evening.
To the third evaluation speech, let me invite Toastmaster Dilip Rana to provide his evaluation feedback on the speech provided by Toastmaster Ritu Mananda. Toastmaster Dilip, well, he is currently the principal at NIST School. To tell you more about Toastmaster Dilip, I first met him 3 years back when I was the chartered member in Banishu Toastmasters Club, where he had come to present his speech. Toastmaster Dilip, the virtual floor is yours.
Thank you, G. Toastmaster Ritu, Level 4, Project 1. Motivate others by completing a project. What really impressed me and really moved me, and also stated what a human being you are. When you stated that last few lines, it feels so good to see others improve and become better than you. You have an absolute growth mindset. Loved it. This was a highlight of that entire speech. The other thing that was really good and was really motivating for all of us was the aspect of teamwork. Teamwork is a very, very delicate and difficult thing, especially when you're dealing with VP PR. The job itself is very, very demanding and less fulfilling. So what did you do? You showed the ideas, you gave values to the ideas they shared, and their work was shared so that they feel motivated. This is a beautiful aspect of teamwork. The other part was the 3 level of standing that you gave your speech on. When you started, there was a position that you took, and the middle level, you took another position. And whenever you came at the very end, you took the other position to share that there are 3 different parts of the speech. These are beautiful aspects of speech. But something that could have really helped you to make this a wonderful speech and motivate all of us, you could have added 2 things to it that would be really good. One, whenever we speak, I always say eye contact is necessary and is important. You need to look at the audience, feel them through the eyes. It's necessary. Second, a motivation lot got to do with your voice modulation. Your voice is everything, from the slow, peaceful tempo to a loud, arousing voice when you say, go, you can do it. It's a voice that you need to bring to motivate others. Apart from this, the entire speech was wonderfully crafted and well done. If you could work on 2 parts, that is an eye contact with the audience and a voice modulation, you would become a fabulous speaker, my dear Toastmaster Ritu. Rest, I'm really impressed. With that last line of yours, I am so happy to see others become better than me. Over to you. You have met your objectives. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dilip. Now, let me